Okay, so today we're going to be creating a tutorial in Premiere Pro looking at how to create some titles to add to this timeline that you can see here, and I'm going to squeeze it in at the beginning here. So we're going to first talk about two ways of creating titles. The first is the old way, which if you go up to File and go to New and you can choose Legacy Title, this brings up a fully editable Legacy Title screen which can allow you to do everything. But today we're going to look at the Graphics tab, which Premiere Pro CC has a whole host of different options in here. Now, in the old Premiere Pro, you used to be able to choose the libraries and scroll through it. It looks like they've kind of got rid of that, and they've just sort of made it browsable by scrolling through it. But essentially, you scroll through these pre-created titles and you choose the one which best suits you. And by the look of it, they've got a whole host of new ones in here as well. So yeah, I'm just going to speed up this part of the tutorial to where I choose one, and then we'll look at how you can actually edit it, because you can edit quite a lot through these once you've selected it and dragged it into your timeline. Okay, so speeding through this now, just increase the speed. So all I'm essentially doing here is just having a good scan through it, and I think I'm going to choose just a standard one at this point, and I'm not very keen on this one. So this is the beauty of these presets. You can sort of find the one that you like the look of and go from there. Okay, so in the end, I'm going from just a classic stock one, and if you type into this section here, you can just search for titles and it'll just show you the ones with title in its name, which can be quite useful as well. Apologies if you can hear a fan turning on. I am rendering something at the same time. So once you've found a title that you like, you just drag and drop it onto your timeline like this, and you can watch it through. And now we want to change the text, so if you click on Edit and just make sure that this text is selected in your timeline, you can now see we've got one shape, one text, and then the third one is also the text layer, shape layer, should I say. So now I'm just going to type in the title of this video, and the font that's come preloaded into it isn't recognized by the computer, so it's just chosen a gross one. So I'm just going to choose a font down here and just make sure I choose one that's recognizable, like Arial or Helvetica or any of those kind of sans fonts are nice and look quite modern. You can also change the color in here, but I'm not going to. So I quite like this, and I want to add some more information into this title. So I'm just going to play it through to make sure it looks good. And I'm going to duplicate this by right-clicking it and copying the layer. So what you can do is edit it so they both have the same animation. I'm just going to make sure that the video layer which I want it to appear on is selected, otherwise it will copy over the current one. And now we should have two duplicates. And with the top layer selected, I'm just going to hover my mouse here so we can see what's happening, and before I move anything, I'm just going to make sure this is under the other text layer, and to do that I'm just going to grab these position tools, and this moves everything in the layer, and I'm going to move it underneath, and I think I'm going to get rid of the two icons, make it a bit smaller, get rid of the two shapes, so the animation stays the same and the text and the font and everything, but it doesn't look like it's mimicking the title above it. So I'm just writing in the information about the camera here, because this is a small sort of promo video showcasing specifically S-Log in the Panasonic S1. And once I've sort of decided on the look I'm going for, which I have at this point, we can just click off the video and choose to play it to see what it looks like. So yeah, and this is what it's pretty much looking like at this point. Now you could see there that I did change the bottom font color just to bring it up slightly. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. So the legacy titles are really sort of old now. Using these presets, you can sort of jump ahead, get a nice decent looking animated title, or credits depending on what you're looking for, quite quickly, all preset and built in. Okay, thank you for watching.